and welcome back to another episode of The Double Rule. In this video, we're going to talk about accounting for factory overhead, specifically allocation of the service department cost. We're currently doing a cost accounting series about accounting for factory overhead, materials cost, labor, and other sorts of shortcuts and tips and tricks. Kaya if you want to stay up to date, please do subscribe to our channel and as well as hit the bell button to be updated on our future accounting videos. Yan, so bakit ba natin kailangang aralin ang departmentalized factory overhead? Ano ba yung departmentalized factory overhead? By viewing this video, I hope that you already have some working knowledge of the process costing or the cost accounting process. Pero kung hindi naman and first time mo lang siyang may encounter, we'll try to explain it naman in simple terms that we can understand yung mga concepts. Ang departmentalized factory overhead rate kasi, from the term itself, departmentalized, ibig sabihin, sa bawat department dun sa factory, meron kang gagamitin na factory overhead rate. Yun kasi mahalaga yan sa costing ng produkto, yung factory overhead rate. So, departmentalized factory overhead rate in contrast with a plant-wide rate. Kasi pag sinabi mo plant-wide or blanket rate, ibig sabihin nun, isang factory overhead rate lang ang gagamitin mo sa lahat ng department sa isang factory. Diba ang isang factory, marami naman yung department. For example, ang isang kumpanya, meron siyang, dito sa problem na example natin mamaya. So, let's try to look at, huwag naman natin back. So, yung departments natin, meron daw siyang molding, merong decorating department. Ang mga kumpanya din, so merong building and grounds management, meron siyang factory admin. So for example, ito na lang alimbawa pagawaan dyan ng sapatos, meron siyang molding and decorating department. So samot-saring department, hindi lang yun, meron ding accounting department. So yun yung mga departments na bumubuo sa isang factory. And kapag ang gagawin natin is departmentalized rate in contrast nga with a plant-wide rate, ibig sabihin, kada department, yung bawat isa doon sa binanggit natin, meron siyang kanya-kanyang gagamitin na factory overhead rate, which is maganda naman kasi ang mga department iba-iba yan. So bakit mo naman gagamitan ng halimbawa isa na lang? Mas maganda yung mas accurate siya. Per department meron tayong factory overhead rate. So a departmentalized factory overhead rate means that bawat producing department ay magkakaroon ng factory overhead rate. So when we say producing department, we can categorize kasi ang mga department sa isang kumpanya generally into two. Meron tayong producing department, meron din namang service department. Ang producing department, in the context of a manufacturing company, sila yung mga on-hand talaga dun sa products. Halimbawa, yung mismong nag-a-assemble nung halimbawa sapatos. So yun, producing department, ang considered as producing department. Tapos, yung mga service department, sila yung opposite ng producing department. So, hindi sila on-hand. For example, is yung accounting or yung security department ng isang kumpanya. So, hindi sila on-hand pero mahalaga pa rin yung service nila doon sa entire company, sa lahat ng department. Paano ba mag-compute ng departmentalized factory overhead rate? So, balik, kukunin mo lang yung budgeted factory overhead mo. Budget yung budget factory overhead natin. Kunin mo lang yung budget. Di-divide natin sa base. Yung kasing base, yun ay yung halimbawa, direct labor o kaya ay direct labor hours or direct labor cost. Pwede rin naman siya halimbawa is yung materials cost. Pwede rin naman na machine hours. Halimbawa kasi ang isang department ay gumagamit ng mga machine. So, mas maganda, i-divide natin yung budget mo. Halimbawa, budget natin is 100,000. Ang magagastos dun sa department na yon, i-divide mo siya sa, halimbawa, ang base natin is machine hours. Halimbawa ay 5,000 machine hours. So, yung makukuha mo dun, halimbawa is 10 peso per machine hour. So, yun yung magiging departmentalized factory overhead rate. But before we do that, we also have to consider na sa isang department nga, as we have said, meron mga service department kasi ito ang focus talaga natin is producing department. Ang mga service department, pangalaga din ang service nila sa lahat ng department, including the producing department. So aside lang dun sa budgeted factory overhead natin, kailangan mo yung dagdagan ng allocated cost ng service department. Kaya hindi na siya simply divide. Kailangan yung total. allocated service, shortcut na lang natin, service department cost. So, yung total nung dalawa, yun pa yung i-divide natin dun sa chosen base natin. For example, direct labor hours or machine hours. Saka natin makukompute yung departmentalized factory overhead rate na pwede na natin gamitin for the costing. And yun yung main issue na pag-uusapan natin today, which is yung allocation of the service department cost sa mga producing department. Meron kasing tatlong paraan ng pag-allocate ng service department cost. The other two methods being the direct method as well as the step method, which is hindi natin siya pag-uusapan in this video. We are going to dwell on the method known as the reciprocal method or the algebra method. Kaya siya tinawag na reciprocal kasi it recognizes the fact na ang isang service department ay nagbibigay ng service hindi lang sa producing department kundi pati sa ibang service department as well. So basically lahat, kasi halimbawa nga naman sa in real life scenario, halimbawa is security department. Alangan naman na, so halimbawa security. Lagyan natin as example. Yan, security department. Alangan naman na ang sinesecure lang ng security department, halimbawa is yung sa baliktad sa paggawaan ng sapatos. Halimbawa is yung mga naghuhulma lang ng sapatos. Hindi niya na sinecure yung halimbawa service department, yung accounting. Yan, in order to have a practical application of the algebra method, let's first take a look at a sample problem. So ito yung sample problem natin. This is actually the format. Madalas pagka ang parang tinatanong sa problem is allocate the service department cost using the algebra method. Yun, kaya din pala kasi siya tinawag na algebra method kasi literal na may gagawin tayong algebra, which is nakakatakot. Pero hindi, actually madali lang naman yan. Ang problema dyan is matrabaho siya, especially kung halimbawa may oras yung pagsasagot, yan ganun. So medyo meron tayong gagawing parang trick, parang shortcut baga, para mas mabilis yung computation. Rectang, dun ka na agad sa amount. But before that, let's take a look muna dito sa sample problem. So, ang isang kumpanya daw ay merong 4 na departments. You have dalawang main department or producing department. So, you have the molding as well as the decorating. Then, yung service department natin, we have building and grounds as well as factory administration. And given dito sa right side na ang service daw, kasi nga diba ang concern natin is the allocation of the service department cost. So, ibig sabihin, itong building and grounds, meron siyang binigay na service sa lahat ng kapwa department niya as well as the factory admin. For building and grounds, you have S1. So, ito siya. Then, for factory admin, you have the S2. So, ang binigay daw ng building and ground sa molding is 50% ng gastos niya. 30% napunta kay decorating and 20% napunta kay S2. And ganun lang din dito sa factory admin. So, 40% ang binigay niya kay molding. Tapos 50% napunta kay decorating and 10% napunta sa kapwa service department, building and grounds. And nga pala, given din to. Given naman yan sa problem, yung mga percentile or percentage as well as yung ginastos or yung ito budgeted din to parang i-allocate natin. So, yung 80,000, yun yung gastos ng building and grounds. Tapos, yung factory admin, gumastos siya 120,000 yung cost. Yan. So, paano ba yung old way? Yung old school algebra na computation. Yun kasi, gagawa tayo ng set of equations para ma-solve natin yung amount. Pag kasi yung amount, ito ang maganda kasi sa algebra method is yung pag na-compute mo yung amount na yun, pag inallocate mo siya gamit yung mga percentage, at the end of the computation, yung service department, parehas yung zero. Kahit na ang gagawin mo, bibigyan mo ito ng share ng kabilang service, tapos pag na-allocatean mo, bibigyan mo. Basta ganun, parang ganun, magsisiro yan sa huli. So, ito yung old way. Ang old way kasi is, so yung S1, which is yung service department 1, equals yung 80,000 na galing sa kanya. 80,000 plus 10% kasi nga 'di ba ang service department daw na ito ay nabigyan ng 10% galing kay S2. So ite 10% mo siya ng S2. So ganun lang naman yung parang yung pattern. Tapos gagawin mo din yung Service Department 2 na ang sarili niyang equation, which is yung 120,000 plus yung natanggap niya kay Service Department 1. Ang binigay kasi ni Service Department 1 sa Service Department 2 ay 20%. So parang 120,000 plus 20% ng S2. So as you can see, ito yung mga variable S1, S2, S2, S1. And yan, after nyan, dun pa lang magsisimula yung substitution. So ito is substitute mo itong buong to dito, and so on and so forth. Makakompute mo yung value ng S1, and at the same time, pag nakompute mo yung S1, nakompute mo yung S2. So yan, medyo matagal siya. Lalo na kung halimbawa hindi ka sanay masyado dito sa mga paggawa-gawa ng mga variables, chuchu. Yun. So ito yung magiging approach na natin ngayon. This is what we consider the shortcut. Actually, dinerive ko lang yung dalawang set of equation. Yun din yun. Pero ito kasi parang mas nadadalian akong tandaan siya. X equals cost niya plus share niya divided by 1 less combined. Yung X, yun yung amount na i-allocate natin. Yun yung amount na mahahanap mo dito. Actually, itong X, ito yung amount na pag sinubstitute mo to, lalabas yung S1, lalabas yung S2. So, ito yun. Isang formula na lang ang kailangan mong tandaan para makompute mo agad rekta yung amount na i-allocate mo under algebra method. Ito yung mga solution. So, yung shortcut natin, the pattern lang is yung cost niya plus share niya divided by 1 less, magkasama sila. 1 less combined. Tulad nun sa S1, di ba? Going back nun sa game, sige balik na tayo. Dun sa building and grounds, diba 80,000 ang cost niya. Ang cost ng S2 is 120,000. Yun yung cost nila. Cost niya. Plus yung share niya is yung matatanggap ng S1 for instance na galing sa S2 which is 10%. So parang 80,000 plus, di ba natanggap niya kay S2 is 10% nito. 80,000 may natanggap siya kay S2. Ay magkano nagastos ng S2? 120. O di 80,000 plus 10% nung 120. Yun lang naman yung nasa numerator natin sa formula shortcut. Yun, so 80,000 plus 10% ng 100,000, 120,000. All over 1 less combined. Yung combined ratio is actually ratio siya nung dalawang service department. Kasi ang service department natin is dalawa lang naman. Pag kasi naging tatlo yun, parang ang hirap ng computing nun, lalo na dito sa old school kasi parang may matrix, chuchu ka na dyan. So, yung combined ratio siya ng dalawang service department. Ang service department 1 kasi is binigyan ng service department 2 ng 10%. Ito namang S2, binigyan ng S1 ng 20. So, yun lang yung kailangan mong, kumbaga parang, i-take note ng mga percentages, 10 and 20. So, pag sinabi nating 1 less combined, yung ibig sabihin dyan is 20% times 10%. Yun. And actually, pagka pinag-multiply mo yun sa calcu, kita ba? 20%, 0.2 times 10%. Yun, 2%. So, yun yung combined. So, pag sinabi natin 1 less combined, we mean 1 less 2% or 0.02. So, yung denominator, alam mo na agad na 0.98. Yun yung advantage ng shortcut na to kasi once na natandaan mo na yung denominator mo na 1 less combined, that is in this case 0.98, parehas siya kahit dun sa computation ng S2. Copy-paste mo lang 0.98 din. Yun, as you can see, ganun yung ginawa ko dito. 1 less combined is actually 0.98. Dun sa S2 na sosolve natin mamaya, same denominator siya. Kaya hindi siya nakakalito. Kailangan mo lang talagang alamin yung cost niya plus share niya. So, to continue our solution, so pag sinimplify mo tong numerator 92,000 divided by 0.98, lalabas yung amount na i-allocate mo na. Ano yung final amount, which is to check lang natin. So, yun, lumabas naman siya. Marami lang siyang decimal. 878. So, tama naman. And then, proceeding using the same shortcut, yung cost niya, which is 120,000 plus yung share niya, which is, di ba 80,000 yung kay S1. Tapos, 20% daw ang natanggap niya dun sa 80,000. Tapos, yung denominator, copy, paste, 0.98. Pag sinimplify natin yung numerator, 20% daw ng 80,000, 16,000 plus 120,000. So 136,000. Divide lang natin siya sa 0.98, which is in this context constant siya. Once na alam mo na yun, copy-paste lang. So 130,776 yung magiging amount natin that is to be allocated sa mga departments. 138,776. Yun. So once na nahanap na natin yung dalawang amount using our formula, madali na to. It's just a matter of multiplying dun sa given natin na mga percentages. So for instance, at saka nga pala sa reciprocal method, unlike halimbawa is yung sa step method versus step. Kasi under ng step method, literal na step siya, mayroon kang sinusunod na order. Samantalang sa reciprocal, kahit alin ang unahin mo dyan sa dalawang amount, ay hindi ka magkakamali ng final figures dun sa dito sa total. 93,878 kasi syempre meron siyang initial cost which is yung given. Ito yung sinasabi ko din na automatic magsisiro siya at the end of the day. So start tayo with 80,000 and 120,000 na cost nila. Tapos let's say yung halimbawa sa building and grounds muna, 93,878. Sabi dun sa given natin is 50%, 30%, 20%. So we simply have to multiply yung na-compute natin. Check lang natin baka mali. Times 50%. So tama naman na 46,939. Tapos yun namang sa decorating, 28,163. And so on and so forth. So 18,776. So yan, once na-allocate natin yung first service department, we now proceed to the second department, which is 138,000 yung na-compute natin. 776. To check lang din. Pero na-compute ko na naman to. Tama naman yung lumabas. 40%, 50, as well as 10%. So as you can see, yung natanggap ng molding is 55,510. And so on and so forth. And yan, as you can see, pagka tinotal mo yun under ng reciprocal method, magsisiro yan eh. To check lang din, so we have 80,000 minus 93.878 plus 13,878. Matic 0 yan eh. And as well as this one, kita nyo naman. So 120 plus 18. Magiging 138 yan. So 0 din ang papatakan. Yan. So after na ma-allocate natin, after all, ang focus naman natin is yung producing department. We can simply add the cost allocated. Actually, hindi lang yun yung allocated cost. Meron pa dapat yung budgeted factory overhead dito sa part na to. May beginning balance. Parang katulad din dito. May budget din siya. But for the sake of simplicity and since ang focus naman natin is yung procedural part, so inumit ko na lang muna. But yung kung ano't ano man, yung total na makukompute natin dito, yun na yung i-divide mo sa base na sinasabi din sa first part of this video. And then yung lalabas dun is yun na yung departmentalized factory overhead rate para dito at para dito sa department na ito. So kanya-kanya sila. And yan lang. Aside dun sa shortcut formula natin, one trick lang din na natutunan ko in this type of problem is that kahit hindi mo na pala siya computein ng 2 beses, ibig sabihin ay kahit isang service department na lang, computean mo ng ganyan. Halimbawa, ito na compute mo. Yan, service department 1 at 93,878. Huwag mo na itong computing pangalawa. Kasi, matik yan, kapag reciprocal method, tama yung lalabas na makukompute mo din to. Indirectly nga lang, which is, ibig sabihin ay, 93,878. I-allocate mo lang yung share ng kabilang service department, which is 18,776. Actually, pagka tinotal mo to, ito rin yun. Kasi nga, diba, ang premise is that dapat magsisiro yan eh. Mathematically speaking, dapat 0 yan. So, yung total na lang nun, ibangga mo na lang, i-minus mo, diba? Yung total nito is equal din ito. I-negative mo lang, tapos yun na rin yung i-allocate mo para hindi ka na doble-doble, parang inefficient yun eh. So, kumpitin mo lang isa, and then, yun na, i-allocate mo lang, and then yung service department, since under reciprocal 0 yan, i-zero mo na lang din, tapos allocate mo siya dito. And that's it for this video. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up, and kung meron po kayong comments, just comment down below, and also it might as well help us if you subscribe to our channel, hit the bell to stay updated on our future videos. Peace.